All right, Doug, is that that must be Kyle texting because we've been here. Kyle just showed up. He's got blinkers on, he's got hazards on, he's flashing his high beams. I don't know what he's doing, Doug. I don't know what he's doing. Doug, he's making all sorts of a racket, but he's finally here. He's finally here, the nibbler. Yeah. All right, let's suit up, Doug, and go find some treasure.
All right.
All right, the nibbler just had a really nice button. I haven't seen it yet. We're going to look at it. I was going along, Doug. I'll pick up my machine. You don't even see a dig hole because as I swung,
it was right there.
I heard this screaming signal. I pinpointed, and my machine said like 1 inch. So I came down with the leash, just kind of went in and popped it up. And when I popped it up, it bounced out right there.
All right. It's American. Kind of fat.
I think I might see something coming through. Let me brush it off and I'll come back in a second. There's my button, my coin.
For amusement only.
It's in really terrible shape. I brushed it off in the field, saw nothing. I sprayed it. I don't even like spraying my coppers, but I wanted to try to at least get some detail. Nothing. I don't think I'm even going to get anything when I work it at home. Just a copper disc.
It goes in the unknown copper
pile.
pile.
Probably forever. And Kyle had a button. Let me see the button.
It's just a tiny little thing. It was just a good save since it was so small.
Wow, yeah.
Like a little, what do you call those buttons that you put on your
If I put your button on my coin, Kyle, there you go. Not only is it scale, but it's a smushed snowman, like a mushed copper snowman.
Yeah, it's very beautiful like
Thank
that.
you. I have some artistic
Maybe you
side.
could do some,
this would be a good magic trick. Like I cover the copper coin and then I make it disappear and I reveal it and I'd be like, look, I shrunk it. So there you go. Now I'm just dizzy. Now I gotta find it again.
We'll never find that.
All right, let's keep going. Hopefully find one in better shape.
Checker over here. I'll never find that little one.
Oh, there's my coin. Kyle, in his infinite magic wisdom, chucked both the finds. Here's my copper.
For the sake of magic.
Your
that button was so small.
Jeez. I know a guy that's got a metal detector. Let me call him on the phone and see if he can get out here. All right. I walked over to see Doug. I heard him yelling out something. He got a wheat penny, Doug?
Yeah, wheat penny. And what may be a bale seal.
Let me see. Yeah, it might be a bale seal. Usually they're like a whiter color, but it sure looks like the size of one. It could be.
And it feels like lead.
And then this is a wheat, not an Indian?
No, it's a wheat.
Oh yeah, I can kind of see it coming through. Yep, there it is. 1 cent.
I should be able to get a date later.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you want to go somewhere?
Where?
Oh, you said you want to go on a date. Is that a Friendly's or something? Or
everything's closed.
Get some Rita's water
Everything's
ice.
takeout.
Whew! It's a hot one today,
Rita's
Doug.
water ice would be nice to.
Yeah, it's got to be 80-some degrees and the humidity is high.
Yeah, but the humidity's coming down. So.
All right, if you say so.
And they say it's not the heat; it's the stupidity.
Who's they?
I don't know.
All right, I got another one right here. This was coming up in the mid-60s, about 4 inches down. It's in the side of this clump, and I think I see the shank sticking up. I think it's going to be a button. Let's see if I can get it out of there. Well, it's definitely a button. Let me look for a marking or get a toothbrush and clean it up. So hold up. All right, maybe not super overwhelming find, but when you're metal detecting and you find old flat buttons, A, everyone loves finding buttons, and B, it helps you date the site. This field, there was a house back here going back to the 1700s. It was actually it was behind me. This field is planted. The farmer doesn't mind if we dig. He just said, hey, be careful with the soybeans, and if you do dig them up, please plant them back down again. So incredible relationship we have with this farmer. Doug and him are almost best friends at this point. But we're popping buttons, hopefully more old coins, and it should be a great day. I called you over, Kyle. I'm putting my reputation on the line. I've got a really good signal, and I'm going to see if you'll be so kind as to hold my camera, because I'm going to bet the farm, no pun intended, that this is something really good.
I'm not going to do it.
All right. Oh, well, thanks.
I'll see you later.
All right. So you want to turn it around. Now you're looking at you. There we go. It's about 3 inches, Kyle. Here, you can hear it. You hear that?
Yes, I do.
87 every direction. Look, if you can look at my... Well, 86, 87. About 3 inches down. This is... If this isn't a coin, Kyle, I quit.
That's that from that movie where they're dancing.
Dirty Dancing?
No, the two guys.
Footloose?
Another movie now.
There's more movies where people dance?
Yeah, there's like at least a dozen of them now.
All right, Kyle, this is going to be magic. You have my headphones. I don't know where it is.
You're good. You can keep them.
It's in the clump.
It's in the clump. Da, da, da.
All right, here comes Doug. He's walking over. Here we go.
Well, we don't have all day to discover this amazing piece of aluminum. I can hardly stand it. It's so exciting. Where is it?
Come on.
Dividing and dividing again and again.
It's getting small. Up.
It's a coin.
It's a coin. It's a coin.
I think it might be modern.
It's a coin. I guaranteed it. Now I'm just going to figure out if it's old, new, or what.
Oh. It's looking copperish.
It's not quarter sized.
No, it might be a half cent.
That's old.
Yeah, I see the.
Yeah, it's old already. Oh, it's so old. It's got our very first president on it, I think.
You're kidding.
Wow, George. I wonder if George dropped this himself. Man, that stinks, Doug.
It almost stinks as bad as you walking over to see my wheat penny.
Well, I only said it was going to be a coin. I put my
Right.
reputation
reputation
on that it was going to be a
Actually,
coin.
I think you just bought a farm.
Man, that stinks like hot stuff.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's weird.
Not quite as bad as the walk over to. Oh, yeah, that's very nice likeness of George Washington.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, it wasn't his best angle. He was starting to lose his hair a little bit. But in his younger days,
You are the quarter boy.
he was a looker in his younger days.
He was?
Oh, yeah, they used to
Before
call
his
him
wooden teeth or
They used to
after?
call him Big G.
Big.
And Martha, let's not even get started on
Yeah,
her.
Martha. I mean, Martha was.
I'm going to walk all the way back over there.
Sorry, Doug. I thought it was going to be something better. I'm going to go for the catch, Doug. You ready? Oh! Two. All right, Doug's got something, and it's so hot today. He must be good for him to walk all the way over.
Yeah.
And it was good
I
timing,
need
too.
video time.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Oh, is it a button or a...
Yeah, turn it over.
Oh, look at the
Shank.
size of it,
That's
too.
pretty good size.
This is like the size of a quarter. He didn't even clean
For
it
a
yet.
half penny.
There could be...
Could be.
I'm just going to knock this clump off,
Yeah.
Doug. I think I see something underneath of the dirt. You might have a cool image on there, Doug. We'll give it a little wipey and see see what shows up on it. Hang on. All right, there's Doug's button. Biggest button of the day, quarter size. We tried to clean the front. Man, it's a rough one, Doug. I thought what I thought was an image might just have been some of the flaking off of the copper, and but it's a good size. And I'm going to dig right here, Doug.
You got a good one?
Oh, a really good one in the high 70s. So I'm going to hope maybe I'll get lucky and catch a little copper or a big button myself.
All righty.
Let's see what we get.
Let's see.
I think I might have another one. I can't believe it. I feel bad. We're so far apart and it's hot. I don't want to call him over for a live dig. But listen to this sucker. Right there. About 4 inches. I dug down a deep plug. I tried to go around all the soybeans, one over there, one over here. When I flipped it over, I put the shovel back down. It's actually still stuck to a clump of dirt on my shovel. I think it might be a silver coin. I think it might be a silver coin. I'm gonna call Doug over. Hang on a second. I'm gonna cover it up so it doesn't dry out. All right, Doug was digging a hole. I was waiting for him to unveil my silver, and Doug had a copper. He brought it over. So let's look at your copper first. I covered my silver back up to keep it wet.
Ooh, that's a big
Oh, that is a big one. Are you handing it to me? Let me look at it before you do. I won't clean it yet. Well, I'm not going to see anything on it. Wow, it's got some good thickness on it. Do you want to brush it?
Sure.
All right, we're going to clean this up. I'll look at my silver in a second. Let's see what Doug's copper is. All right, there's Doug's copper, and yeah, we think it's a matron or a braided. You can see the stars going around the edge.
I think I'll get a date.
Yeah, you can see her. I don't know, Doug. I think she's married too.
Is she? Okay.
There's the back. Didn't clean it yet, but definitely see what it is. That's an incredible find. Congratulations. I'm going to unveil mine. I'm not even 100% sure mine's silver because I hit it with the shovel. It's still on the shovel in this clump, and I really gouged the face when I hit it.
Did.
I really gouged it.
Oh, wow! You bent it.
I don't think my shovel's strong enough to bend it.
Oh no!
But I definitely gouged it.
It's silver.
Yeah, but see that black on the back, Doug? That makes me think it's going to be old.
It is old.
I see an O in the middle where it's going to say 1 dime.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be
seated.
Oh man, look at all the scratch marks on it.
I thought you were better than that.
I'm rubbing it because I can't do much while I'm rubbing on the shovel. All right, let me spray mine and see if we can figure out what the heck it is.
Are we all covered by the banana?
All right, here's my coin. We're all covered by the banana. Doug asked if I buried a banana. I did, but the first dig of the day was the bottle cap, but I did bury one. Yeah. It is a seated dime, and even though it's in terrible shape, now, even though I scratched it, Doug, it was bent. It was really slick. At the bottom, we can make out the date, though, 1842. And we can kind of see Lady Liberty sitting down.
She's probably exhausted.
Yeah, it's hot today, too. But man, my copper was in terrible shape. My silver is even worse, but I can see the date.
Yeah.
And that's all that really matters. The back, I mean, I thought I saw 1 dime earlier, but now I'm not even sure.
Around it, or some of them anyway.
I might even go home and try to pound it back straight because what do I got to lose? I mean, it's just...
Put it in a vise so it's not as abusive.
I usually put them between 2 pieces of wood and I hit them with a mallet. Real gentle.
Okay, yeah, real gentle.
Real gentle. Like this, with my finger.
Yeah. But Your Honor, I hit it real gentle.
Well, right, I'll take it. Can't believe at least I can see the date out of it, Doug.
That's great.
Thank you, sir.
I told you we'd get silver.
All right, I keep getting these ones in the clump, which are always fun because you get to kind of drag out the find a little bit. It's in this one right here. And there it is. It's sticking out right there by my thumb. I think it's going to be a button. Oh, darn it. It just fell apart. Well, now I got to get my pin pointer back out. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, well, it's part of a 2-piece button. I could see it's just the outside shell, I think, or is that the shank? I got to clean it. I don't know if that's the button itself and it's just concave. Yeah, it might be. That might be the shank. At first I thought it was the top of a 2-piece button, but I think it's a 1 and that's the shank. Let me give it a little brush down and we'll take a look at it. All right, so that's what it is. It's just a concave button. You can see a nice pattern, concaved out. This is the broken shank on the back. The inside says Treb, T-R-E-B, with some fancy on it. When you see things like treble gilt or best gilt or superior gilt, things like that, just to kind of distinguish how good the button manufacturer was. I don't see who made it, just has the treble mark, but still a cool button. All right, here's another good one I got. I'm still working that same spot right by where the house was. Here's another good signal. That sun is brutal. 3 inches deep. Let's dig her up, see what we got. Well, that scratchy find was just this old door hinge, but it just goes to show there was definitely a house here. I think there's even some writing on it in the middle, but I can't quite see. It might tell me who made it. The only thing cool about that is you can kind of look back and see when this manufacturer made this. Sometimes there's a patent number on it. Just helps you date the place. Any little clue just helps you on your quest to keep finding cool stuff. All right, the back she goes. All right, possible ball button for Doug. Now, you know what I think it is, Doug?
What's that?
I think it's a upholstery tack.
You're kidding.
Yeah, but that's a good sign, though. I mean,
There was a house here.
Yeah.
We definitely know that.
if that was a button, Doug, this piece right here would stab you.
I was stabbed
What
already.
a terrible button design.
Here's a real button, for sure button.
Yes, that's a button.
And I got the piece of horse tack.
Ooh, that's a nice one, too. Well, imagine how many hundreds of years this farm was plowed by horseback.
Yeah.
That's some good little finds there.
Oh yeah, we're
Some
finding
nice
them
relics.
piece by piece.
Piece of
Yeah.
Americana, Doug.
Yes, sir.
Very well done.
Thank you.
And we thought Kyle left. We haven't heard from him in 2 hours, but
He's way over.
yeah, he just popped out of the woods.
I think he popped back in.
Yeah, he might have went back in now. But he's here and he's alive.
Yeah.
He's here and he's alive. Whew, I had to stop and get a drink. But right there in that hole, I fished a coin out. But I had to go in my backpack and get a drink. It is so hot today. But I just plucked out, I think it's an Indian penny. Yep. See the shield up there? Let me try to turn this way so it's not getting the shadow. And we'll flip it this way. I got a drink, so the dirt kind of hardened on it. There's a lot of sun glare on my screen, but I'm pretty sure it's 1886 Indian head penny. And the back, I gave it a little bit of a cleaning. Awesome coin there, another penny for the collection. Haven't really moved from the original spot. Doug is that little tiny white blip out there. It's his shirt, and Kyle's on the other side of all these trees looking for their home site. So it's just me, just working where the house was, and plucking some cool stuff along the way. Love it. All right, I'm going to dig another one. Listen to this one. I got my headphones turned out so you can hear it. You hear how it stops right there? And it starts. Nothing there. And I rotate on it 90 degrees. Sounds just as good. Stops. So it's going to be something small. Could be a coin. Let's fish it out. Son of a gun, I should have live dug it. It was only 2 or 3 inches down. It was in this clump. I got the pinpointer, shifted the dirt around. It's right here. Son of a gun. I didn't think it was going to be a big copper. I thought it was going to be a small penny. Well, you guys heard it. I mean, real distinct stop and start edges. The edges are so important. I don't see anything yet. Doug's coming over. I'm going to give it a little brush and see what we get. It's very thin. I have a feeling it's going to be war. But let's clean it up and see what we got. Alright. This one's in bad shape too, but... Oh, I think I see it, Doug.
Yeah.
I think I see Britannia on the back. Unless it's just the dirt playing tricks with me. I think I see her head. I'll put a picture next to it.
Arm.
Part of her arm sticking up. Either a Britannia...
Or olive oil.
It could be olive oil. It could be, geez. Now this side, if it would flip this way and just terrible shape.
I think it's a KG.
I'm going to probably go with that because I do think I see a faint outline of Britannia.
Yeah.
But it's going to need some work. I'm going to put it in the case and I'll work it some more at home, and the field's not cleaned up much, but woo, two coppers, Doug, so far for me,
yep.
one for you. Mine are both slick, but I don't care.
And buttons.
Yeah, we're having a good day.
Yeah.
All right, Doug just plucked a nice one out. I swung over when it was in the clump. It was coming up in the mid-50s on the Amphibio. And it's got another button. Yeah. Buttons can really come up almost any number, Doug.
Yeah.
Tombacks on my machine will come up in the teens and then all the way up to the 70s. Yeah,
Yep.
You just never know. This one is about nickel size, full shank. I don't see any mark on the front. The back looks like it might have some writing on it later. Well, it would have writing on it now. We just can't read it till later. Yeah. It might have writing on it later. If you get a Sharpie, Doug, and write Doug's button,
guess what?
It'll have.
I'm not going to go to that trouble.
But if your pants fall down out here in the field, Doug, we got a button. So, and look at that, way out there, Doug.
Yeah.
Is the nibbler. Way out there.
He sure does like to keep his social distance.
Yeah. I don't think he cares for us, Doug. All right, we took a little break to get some lunch. This is Doug's large scent, and with a little cleaning as we sat in the shade, really came out great, Doug.
Yep.
1821. All the stars, the beautiful head.
I didn't concentrate so much.
Yeah,
on
I mean,
the back,
not even just a field cleaning with some water while we sat in the shade. And you really got you got your money's worth out of that.
Oh yeah.
Well done.
I think. Thank you.
I just turned around from the woods line, started coming back, and I got one over here. It's in this clump. I broke the clump in half, and I see it. And it's right there. I think this might be a button. Oh, I don't feel a shank. It's thin like a button and it's bent like a button would be, but I don't feel a shank. Let me clean this one up just in case. Hang on. All right, well there it is. And Doug, I think this is definitely a coin.
Yes,
there's no marking for a shank on either side. It's really, really slick, but the size is odd. I'll have to measure it. I just don't know.
But it's definitely got the weight of copper.
Not a halfpenny, like a farthing, I mean.
Or a farthing.
A quarter cent, because it's like close to nickel size.
It's in that age group.
Yeah, hopefully I can see something later under my digital microscope, because...
You got a digital microscope?
I got it all, Doug.
Wow.
I got it all.
Good.
But at the moment, I don't know. When the nibbler comes over, I'll see. He's got better eyes than I do.
He just got a large copper.
Yeah, I'm going to look at his too. So, great find, even though I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Look at the back of that. Is that beautiful?
Ooh, wow.
That's in nice shape.
That's in really good shape. I got a farthing, Kyle, and mine's in terrible shape.
Yeah. Just got it.
Wow, that's the best looking older coin we've gotten all day.
Yes, sir.
For being from a farm field,
yeah,
that's nice.
Everyone I get is so slick and rotten. That's beautiful.
I'm not doing anything else to it.
No, I would leave it.
Nice job.
Yeah,
very well done.
I think I see something.
All right, Doug, I had a screamer. Still walking back. Haven't even gotten in the water yet. I'm dying of thirst. I had a really good one. It was a little scratchy. It was deep, 6-7 inches deep. Flipped it over. It's in this clump right there. And I figured we would fish it out together.
Look right in there.
Do you see it?
I see something.
Oh, I'm touching it.
It looks coppery.
I'm touching it.
Right there. Right there. There it is.
Up.
Like an Indian.
Oh, it's small. It's smaller than I thought it was going to be.
Wow. Fatter, too. Button.
Yeah, it's a button. I feel the shank on it. Not complaining, Doug.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a lot of writing on it, though. Let me turn this way.
What's it say?
It says, Dear Abby, my wife is always going out with her friends to crochet. I don't know what it says, Doug. Nice design. I'm going to clean up the front. It's a thick one. I have a feeling it might be a fancy pants one.
Yeah.
All right, there's my button cleaned up. The shank's busted off. And it does have writing on it. I think it says Scoville, which is a big button manufacturer. I'm not sure everything it says. And nothing on the front that I can see. And as I was cleaning it, the nibbler got a button.
Well, I had a couple of it in my pouch.
Oh, okay. Like a kangaroo.
Yes. That one.
Oh, it's a nice concave one. We each got a concave one, Doug and I. So now all three of us did.
And I don't even know if this next one is a button or not. It's like a rivety looking thing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's a rivet.
But this one to me looks kind of like a smushed blowhole
Oh,
around.
yeah. Oh, I think I even see maybe a smushed shank up in there.
You can see
So my pin pointer's going off. That annoys me. Hold on, Kyle. But no, all sorts of buttons today. We probably are closing in on 20 buttons, all of us. All right, guys, we're wrapping up for the day. Dog Tag Doug, me, Nickel Nibbler, and Kyle. I think we got 4 coppers on the day. We got 1 silver, the seated dime I got a little rough, 15 or so buttons, an Indian, all sorts of cool relics. And if you guys want to find all that cool stuff, or even have a chance to, you got to get yourself a metal detector. I can help you save money on any brand you want. Just shoot me an email, Hoarder@yahoo.com. Like I said, any brand you want. We all have our own favorites. You can have your favorite too. Get out and save some history. The hobby of champions. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everybody. Happy hunting. Have a good one. Later.
Later.